developments, which also are a good reason for being cautious going forward.
Okay, the market base case had originally been that the hike after this one would come in December. That's now being brought forward to September. Does that seem about right to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's when we present forecast going forward, it's never a promise. It's as we see it now, given the new information which we have, and the new information which has moved the policy rate path slightly higher, and move the most likely month for a next increase from December to September is a weaker krona, much stronger growth in the petroleum sector than we assessed in March, and generally robust growth in domestic demand and production.
Governor, you are living in tumultuous times. We heard from Mr. Draghi a few days ago, obviously Chairman Powell yesterday as well. They have their own battles to fight. You're being buffeted around by these major central bankers. Are they helping you or hindering you as you defend the Norwegian currency?
We're not bumped around. That's not how we see it, or at least doesn't express it in that way. But again, we are following what's happening in the major economies very closely. Also, of course, because what's happening there and what they are signaling will affect us and will affect the economy. But I do agree that we are in a better situation. It's a smaller economy. We have this engine still in the petroleum sector, which provides a boost to growth and overall demand in the next couple of years. And that's very, in brief terms, the background for the fact that we can move in this direction in monetary policy as one of the few now internationally.
Well, Norway is in a very, very unique position. We all know that as well. We've seen the challenges of the Swiss National Bank, a different story, a different theme as well. Where would you like your nation to be in terms of financial system in 5 years? What is the Olsen plan 5 years out to give stability to Norway?
That's a challenging question for which I really cannot answer explicitly, but let me just answer it in a slightly different way. We are having a forecast now until through 2022, and it looks fine, given that there is no escalation of the uncertainties and problems internationally. But when we look further ahead for the Norwegian economy, there is a challenge for us in the sense that we have behind us this long period with strong stimulus from our petroleum sector. Most likely, this is going to be much more modest going forward, and so we are going to be more like many other economies without this huge engine in the petroleum industry.
Nevertheless, Governor, that engine is still there and it is still working right now. If you were to see the dollar coming down, and I'm just kind of wondering how that filters into your thinking, the dollar comes down, oil prices go up. How would you deal with an elevated oil price at this point? We're trading kind of $60 a barrel now. If that number was to push higher, we've got tension in the Gulf as well. Would that mean that you would expect to do more?
The oil price and the currency, where the dollar is one important international currency, although not that important in our import basket, but still everything which is happening in the oil market, including the oil price and also in the currency market, will affect the judgments that we undertake looking forward for the next rounds of policy decisions.
Governor, thank you very much indeed. Governor Øystein Olsen joining us from the Norges Bank. Tom.
Really interesting conversation versus what we've seen from Draghi and Powell over the last few days. We'll move forward that conversation with the Vice Chairman of the Fed. I'll leave for Washington after the shows today to prepare for Richard Clarida. Most interesting conversation tomorrow.